I feel good. I feel free. It's all on the table.
That was true, that was true. That was true.
What's up? This is PJ Geist.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tammy Pine.
I am director Jay Will, and this is the We Need to Talk commentary. When I originally came up with the idea for Kathy and Brandon's character, it was originally supposed to be Kathy was the one coming home, and Brandon was the person who was explaining that they needed to talk and they were having issues with communications. And the way I had it laid out was it was still just as funny, maybe even a little more so funny. But I also started to think in mind of who I was going to have play these characters. And I actually kind of did that as I wrote it, was the people that I had in mind that were going to play these characters. So it was a bit easier for me to swap the situations for Brandon and Kathy because I had in mind Tammy Pine and PJ Geist. I knew Tammy could give me the seriousness to carry the tone, even though knowing that the outcome was going to be comical, even though that was kind of a challenge for her because it was hard for her to kind of keep it in as we were shooting, and that kind of played out.
When Jay came to me with the idea, I thought it was hilarious. He had me read the script and I laughed. I was like, oh, this is good. Like, this is golden. He was like, well, I think you and PJ could do it.
And I knew PJ could do the same with his character because his character is kind of jumping through emotions from coming home to feel like he's being ambushed to being, to feel like he's losing his girl and now letting like everything out on the table. Like if he's going to go, he's going to go out with a bang.
Typically, I never really saw myself in this kind of comedic kind of role personally, but Jay said he could see me do it, so I gave it a shot. Give it everything I had.
PJ is a blast to work with. He's so funny and he's so much like fun to play off of.
There were a lot of moments in this that I broke up because of trying to be, serious and feel affected by it, but sometimes I would just crack up. So I always, gotta get in my head for that moment like this and go to past relationships that make you feel this way.
I will say that this shoot presented some issues shooting, especially with doing two cameras and one person. It's not impossible, but let me tell you, he's having the FX6 on sticks and then actually having my B camera on sticks as well. It helped us somewhat, but once Brandon got up and started to move around, I could only leave one on sticks, and then the other one I had to actually kind of follow him with. And I did a decent job, except for I didn't realize that there was nothing on that back wall. So it made it much harder for you to kind of understand that the camera was moving with him. Something I realized later on, but we dealt with it. Once Brandon's character gets off of the couch and Kathy has to start reaction, he had a lot of outtakes. Because, trying to keep faces straight and trying to get the emotions to come across and not try to have it look just so comical, but still, keep it within character, keep it within a little bit of, have it a little bit of lightheartedness. Yeah, they pulled it off amazingly, and it was hard. We were all laughing. I think there was even a take where we got stopped because I was dying laughing and moving the camera too much.
I thought the skit was great. It was funny. It was hard not to laugh. I tend to always have a smirk on my face, and I couldn't help it. We had to do a lot of retakes on it due to the fact that one of us was always laughing.
All in between these takes and shots, we were all dying. It was so much fun getting this done. And on this part here, the dating profiles.
During the 5 dating profiles scene, I think we had to redo that one a bunch of times because I kept laughing.
That was the hardest thing to memorize. One of my processes of memorizing lines is recording it so I can listen to it over and over again. It helps me with memorization personally. So I was listening to it the entire way, too sad as I was prior days leading up to it too, to get this down, to make sure I really got the feelings portrayed.
At one point, Jay had the camera just like fixed on me, and I had to keep redoing my facial expressions over and over, and it was super weird, but it was fun.
But I have to say, with the challenges that they were given the script, let's see, within being shown the script 2 weeks, being given an actual script within a week before shooting, and then having to shoot it all in one day, in one room, with 2 cameras, 1 cameraman trying to do everything, including trying to get audio from the most echoey room in the world. They did an amazing job, and I feel like, you know, they stepped up to the challenge, and I'm grateful for that, because they both, you know, came to the aid of me. They came to my call when I, you know, said, hey, I think you could do this role. I literally kind of wrote this for you. You know, PJ was immediately like, yeah, sure. And then when he read the script, he was like, oh, man.
The way he wrote this character, I was just cracking up when I read this. The concept of this is just genius.
Kathy was kind of enthusiastic too, and then when put on the spot and realized that she had to do a lot of emotions and there were gonna be some tight and wide shots, I was a little apprehensive. I don't think she was. I think if she knew what she was getting into, she would have been like, nah, let's find somebody else. But once the camera got rolling, it was over with, and she did her thing. They all did, and if it wasn't for their great work, I wouldn't have been able to make this amazing, funny piece.
Overall, it was a good time. Jay's a great director, and I mean, the skit's hilarious. So, yeah.
Tammy did a great job to play off of. But yeah, I mean, that was a nice, short little skit. I really enjoyed it. Hope we get to do it again soon.